Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, where we're here in Yedlamad. Hello, Pigeon. Where we're here in Yedlamad, ready to take on this next quest. The last thing I want to do before I start any of the 6.2 content, which is... I think it's a tribe quest, but I'm not 100% sure. Hippos Born to Run. So I knew... I don't know. I knew the quest was named Hippos Born to Run because I saw it when I was running by here earlier, like when I was flying by here and I first noticed it. I didn't think it would involve actual hippos. I don't know why. It kind of shifts from foot to foot with agitation. Your adventurer senses tingle with the tantalizing taste of a problem to be solved. Kankana. Ah, Kukushu, just who I was hoping to see. Do you have a moment? Just when I thought normalcy had finally returned to us, I received word of some truly peculiar hippo sightings. Yes, hippos! A veritable herd of hippos! So there's no way we're going to have to kill them. We wouldn't... I mean, hippos are vile monsters who eat anything in their path and can murder and, like, have a desire for murder. But they're still cute as hell. Like, have you seen Fiona? Hurtling down the high road, no less. Hippos hurtling. Yes, well, though hippos have long inhabited Vanaspati, it's quite unusual to see them in such a... Were there hippos in the Vanaspati dungeon? It's quite unusual to see them in such numbers outside their natural habitat, let alone harrying travelers on the high road. Yet harried the travelers are. If these hippos have been displaced by the fires that beset the jungle during the final days, we must find them a more suitable home for the sake of all concerned. I'd normally ask the Radiant Host for help with such affairs, but they already have so much on their hands, and Ogul happens to be away, so could I ask you to look into the matter? Was Ogul the person who started out as anti-Arkasodara racist? I think that was Ogul, right? Who had that growth arc? Oh, thank you. You truly are a blessing. I am. I don't know much more than what I've already told you, but I'm sure others in Yedlamad have spotted a hurtling hippo or two. Tribal quest accepted. Yep, so this is the tribal quest. I don't know what hippos are going to have to... Sorry, Pigeon was playing with his fishing toy. I don't know what hippos are going to have to do with this. Hurtling hippos, you say? Oh yes, I saw them, barreling down the high road at tremendous speed. It was frightening just to watch. They kicked up so much dust I couldn't get a clear look at them, but everyone on the island knows that smooth silhouette. An adorable yet fearsome creature, the hippo. You've said it. They are both adorable and fearsome. Like, it's cute as heck when you give them a watermelon and they just crunch the thing, but it's also terrifying when you give them a watermelon and they just crunch the thing. Peaceful resident. Yes, I've seen a number of hippos on occasions, over by the Great Work, and this is the second time I've answered that question and has many bells. Oh, so we got a fellow hippo hunter. One of the refugees came by asking the very same not moments ago. Trna, I think her name was. If you're looking for the same hippos, maybe she could help? She set off towards the perfumed rise last I saw. Hey, we got a lead. Strapping resident. So is this about those dreadful Arkasodara up north? What? Oh, like, not all, you know, just apparently there's like, is there a group of like Arkasodara bandits? I guess we know that there's a whole faction of Arkasodara that's nasty. Or that's more violent. Hitching carts to their hippos and Cinderuva knows what else. So they're using them as like pack animals? That seems dangerous. If they've come down to join the other refugees, I don't doubt they'll be stirring up trouble. As if we don't have enough people leeching off our goodwill already. Okay, so strapping resident kind of sucks. At least that's the thing I'm guessing. I could be mistaken, but he seems like he sucks. Trna. What are you looking at? Can't you see I'm in the middle of something here? I see you watching, but I don't know what you're in the middle of. Yeah, you're looking for hippos. Damn, I was hoping to put paid for this before it got out of hand. Well, those hippos you're looking for should be rolling through any moment. Just stand back and watch. Are you racing the hippos? Yeah, you got watermelons. Hippos do like watermelon. Are you trying to hunt them? Like baiting them? I don't... Maybe. Here they come. Look at that hippo! Look at that beautiful face! Oh my god, I love them. Yeah, this feels like a race, and I didn't know hippos could race, and I didn't know I wanted it. Wait, the hippo's leg looked... Are you racing the hippo until it's, like, hurt? Rider, hey, no stopping. Its leg didn't... Oh, never mind. Oh, thank God. I thought that the hippos are injured. Its little ears just wiggled. Oh my god, this is the greatest quest in all of Endwalker already. Well, why is there fruit in the middle of the... Look at the hippo. Look at the beautiful face. Oh my goodness. Trna, you've done it now, you Hamsa heads. Maru, what'd I tell you about riding this high road? Ah, boss. Well, the roads home ain't good for riding no more, boss. We ain't got much of a choice. So it's not a race. They're actually using them as pack animals. Hurdling hippos are dangerous. I think that's a true statement. Hurdling hippos are dangerous. Yeah, roaring down the main road, kicking up dust storms, you're scaring people. What, you already forgot about the Tower of Zot? The fires and the screaming and people turning? You really think raising a racket's what we need right now? In case you ain't got it through your heads yet, I'll spell it out for you. Our race... So it was a race, okay. Our racing days are over. They were over yesterday, and they were over the day before that, too. So, Trna... I don't know if it's Trna or Trna. I'm going to go with Trna for now, but let me know if I'm mistaken. She seems like a kind of... Not just a boss, but kind of a good-natured boss, and the music tells me she's not a villain also. I take it this solves your hippo mystery. Now all that's left is to apologize for these sorry sods. Care to tell me where to direct our groveling? I guess towards Yedlamad. Alright, let's have a chat with this Kankana. You're coming too, Maru. I left you in charge, and the one in charge takes responsibility. That's how it goes. Yeah, she's already I already like Trna. I'm gonna call... I don't know, Trna. I already like Trna. She's showing that she's a teacher, and she's also taking responsibility, and she's having a firm hand. I am on Team Trna. Oh, sad elephant. You'll be there to give your report or something, right? See you soon, then. Sleepy hippo. Oh, my goodness. I am so happy that we're getting so much hippo. Like, just there's sea potatoes. Sea murder potatoes, but sea potatoes nonetheless. I don't care how much murder they do. They can wiggle their ears and they're allowed to murder as much as they'd like. I'll give them a watermelon as a treat and as a reward for all their happy murdering. Ankana, now who might these fresh faces be? I was expecting news about hippos, but perhaps you've brought back a few lost souls as well. I would not call Trna a lost soul. I think she is well comfortable with herself. Something like that. Trna's the name, and on behalf of my hippos and associates here, I apologize for the commotion. We're used to racing our hippo carts on the less well-traveled paths of Vanaspati, you see. Never took much to society, even before the sky started raining fire. Mostly just kept to ourselves and lived off the land. But being new to these parts is no excuse. We should have known better than to take the high road at high speed, and we're sorry for any undue distress we might have caused. We ain't got much to offer, but we'll make it up to you however we can. Davnir's in a bad way, so if we're ever going to do good for anybody, now's the time. So they were a group of kind of not how do I describe it? Not the first word that comes to mind, and it's an unfair word. Is like, but it's like it sort of like hillbilly types, but that's a really unfair word because I think it has negative connotations, at least when not used by someone who's part of that group. But they're like rural, they live on their own. I mean, she has that. I think the translators are at least I'm interpreting it as like kind of a Southern thing, a Southern American thing. Anyway, or at least I'd like to think. I ain't got much in the way of ideas concerning how misfits like us can contribute. Wasn't there? I seem to remember hearing that there's a region in Japan where, like, it's frequently translated as like rural Southern American, like it has that same sort of vibe to it, but I don't know what that region is, or if that's true or not. A crew of Arkasodara looking for purpose and speedy hippos to steer them true. Perhaps there is something Trna and her associates can contribute to a recovering Thavnair. Are they going to make them like... Because I know part of the Thavnair story was looking for markets. Like looking for people to sell their wares elsewhere and travel on their behalf. I don't know that they have the... I don't know that I'd assume the business savvy. Maybe they can be like a logistics crew. Yeah, have you ever considered delivery work? Driving hippo carts could be an incredibly useful skill. Delivery work sounds... I don't know. I don't want to nail it down. Let's just say I think driving hippo carts could be an incredibly useful skill. Skill, you think so? We've only seen it as a hobby, but... It's an excellent idea. Local trade is on its way to recovery, and the timely delivery of goods via hippo cart can only be a boon. However, delivery work requires a great deal of trust. You are transporting someone's precious possessions, after all. That is a very noble way to put it. You will not only need to learn the trade, but earn the respect of the people as well. I can already see where this tribe quest is going. Everyone starts somewhere, so there's no need to feel intimidated. If this sounds like something you'd like to try, why not let Kakushu show you how it's done? It's true, I've done fetch quests for years. Just so happens that a parcel intended for the great work was accidentally offloaded here today, filled with medicinal herbs from Gridania, so I'd like it sent over as soon as possible. Would you be a dear and deliver it with Trna? I don't like Trna. I mean, the name... I'm going to go with Trna. With Trna? With your worldly experience, I'm sure that you will serve as a shining example of professionalism. Aw, yeah. As long as I get to ride a hippo. I'll entrust the parcel to you, Trna. I have no doubt that you will see it safely to its destination. Sorry for taking you out of your way, Kushu, but I look forward to seeing a professional do whatever it is a professional does. I'll be waiting by the gate, so you give me a holler when you're ready to go. He feels like someone who would ask for a holler rather than a shout. You truly have a gift for finding those in need. I can't help but want to nurture each and every one. I know it's a little more work than you bargained for, but do lend Trna and her associates a helping hand. I see great potential in them. Anyone who befriends hippos is a trustworthy individual. That's what I've learned from my long life. My 39 years on this earth. Work, respect us. So they're... Not only do they live on their own, but it sounds like they are certainly not respected. It's not like they're just... I don't know. It's not like they're living on their own and just they carve out their... It sounds like they don't have a... Maybe this one doesn't have a... Tamaru doesn't have a ton of pride? Sure, we wouldn't have to scrounge for food anymore. Oh, you scrounge... Okay, so you're like... You're not in great... You guys aren't in great shape. And it'd keep us busy like the boss wants, but if wishes were hippo carts, beggars would ride, you know? I do know. We're ready when you are. My partner Saria here is pulling the fastest cart in the island. I stowed the goods we're delivering under the seat, so they won't get damaged or nothing. And we ain't about to leave you high and hippo-less. There's another cart just for you. Our hippos are usually shy around strangers, but you were there with the fruit earlier, so you got nothing to worry about. They're smarter and to bite the hand that feeds. And if they bite the hand that feeds, I'm pretty sure I would die quickly of blood loss, because look at those tanks in their jaws. We don't just let anybody ride our carts, but if boss thinks you can handle it. No need for belly aching, Maru. We ain't racing the carts down the high road like some hamster heads I know. Off we go, slow and steady. No, don't ride in the hippo cart. I need to look at these hippos more. Because look at them. Oh my god. Look at that beautiful face. I can't take this. You have no idea how happy I am right now. Okay. This is a delight. I am extremely happy right now. Look at that. Not a bad way to travel, eh? My crew designed these carts from scratch and... Oh, shit. Nice job. Hey, you guys have some serious game. Historically, we Arkasodara never went around in chocobo carriages and the like, but at some point I got to wondering, why not? I wonder if it was a weight and size thing, like if normal chocobos, like maybe you could go with draft chocobos. Sure, we're a heavy bunch, but nothing's impossible if you put your mind to it, right? After auditioning all kinds of critters, we finally came around to hippos. Yeah, so it was about that. And you made the right choice. Look at it bouncing up and down the road. Hippo riding's a team effort. Our hippos can sprint with the best of them, but they ain't got a lot of stamina, so a good rider knows when to push and when to let up. I have not done chocobo riding in the saucer, but beyond just maybe like the tutorial once or twice. Like I've not gotten into it. I know that some people love it. I know that when Asmongold was playing, like he was into it all the time, like hours and hours and hours, and breeding and racing and breeding and racing. But I never really. I'm sure it would be fun. I was always doing other stuff. Here we are, safe and sound. Now we hand over the goods, right? You wouldn't happen to be talking about an imported package, would you? Is this... Oh, I forgot her name. Is this the super alchemist awesome woman? No, it's not. Waiting alchemist. I've been expecting a delivery ship, but see neither keel nor prow of it. Wait, aren't... Nidana, that was her name. Aren't you the one who saved Nidana? I am. That's right. I can vow. I have a lot of cred with the alchemists. I see. Well, I thank you for both going out of your way to bring this over. I thank you both for going out of your way to bring this over. You've saved me considerable grief. No large trading vessels can dock here, you see. Usually, our orders are offloaded at Alnair and then shipped by Dao. But some days... How is DH pronounced? Is it like thou? Like Nidana, or is it Nidana and thou? Or is it like Nidana and it's just... The H is just purely silent? But sometimes they get mixed in with packages destined for Yedlamad. And then the logistical nightmare begins, I'm afraid. May I check to see if you indeed have my herbs? And that's especially rough for alchemists, because, you know, medicine has a shelf life, and dry herbs aren't the same as fresh herbs. Those hippos' ears are wiggling. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy we have a hippo story. Yes, this is it. Importing these is trying enough without delivery mishaps, so I'm relieved they made it here safely. To think all of this hippo hubbub was in fact industrious delivery work. A little frightening to watch without proper context, but you've done a marvelous job. I'll be sure to call upon your services again. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That wasn't a delivery, but I guess a little misunderstanding never hurt anyone. That wasn't a delivery? I'm confused. Why wasn't that a delivery? Didn't we just bring you the herbs? People sure do trust you, though. I got trusted just standing next to you. Yeah, I have... My street cred is contagious. And he looked so happy about his herbs. Had me smiling right along with him. Maybe we really can make a difference with this delivery business. Yeah. You may notice that we have a visitor here, which is not pigeon this time. It is a stuffed hippo. It is a stuffed Fiona that a friend sent me from the Cincinnati Zoo that I am bringing to the forefront at the moment. Feels appropriate. Trna. Thanks for showing me the ropes and for doing all the talking, too. I'd like to get straight back to Kankana, but from the looks of it, your hippo needs a breather. No surprise, considering what it's been through lately. Here's what we'll do. I'll let this big boy rest up, while you go on ahead with Saria. I'm trusting you with my prize set of wheels, so be careful. No scratches or nothing. Just ride like you did coming here, and there shouldn't be any problems. Okay. Ride the hippo cart. Yes, let's... Please, this has got to be a mount, right? Oh my god, a hippo. Okay. Alright, so we're riding... Alright, we're riding the hippo cart to Yedlamad. We've arrived. Saria was the best girl, and we're all set. Welcome back. Kukushu just told me all about your successful delivery. Thank you for your help, Trna. What did you think of your first job? The delivery part seems pretty straightforward even for our ilk, but the whole building trust thing won't be easy. Still, it's not like we can just give up and go home to Vanaspati. Sooner or later, we have to get used to living with other folks. And you should have seen how relieved that alchemist was when he got his supplies. Feels nice to know we did some good in the world. There is no greater reward for a job well done, in my experience. If you choose to continue on this path, I am certain the joy you bring will be returned to you tenfold. As this is a new endeavor for you and your associates, however, I do believe it best if someone oversees your progress. Kukushu, you did so much for Ogul that I have to ask, will you lend your aid to Trna and her associates? I know we're a right crew of misfits, Kukushu, but I promise you we're hard workers. Give us a chance and we'll make you proud. I mean, 100%. You've got Spirit Kid, I'm with you. I think she's probably older than me. I don't get the sense she's a kid. But I hate this is going to take a lot of work as, like, insulting. Hopefully she's a kid. I don't know. You got Spirit Kid, I'm with you. Not kid, but hopefully she's, like, not older than me. Thank you. I swear you won't regret this. Now that that's settled, I think it's time you saw your new home. Yeah, I agree. You see, I have come into possession of an old trading post that has since fallen into disuse. The structures may be a little worse for wear, but the plot itself is very conveniently located. You're free to fix it up however you'd like. Maru, you're just gonna let us use it? Just like that? I will lease it to you for a small fee. That is to say, if your new business fails to turn a profit, I may have to rethink the use of that space one day. But we can talk about the particulars later. For now, how about you go and take a look? I've marked its location on this map. Gladly, thanks for everything you've done for us. Let's reconvene at our new headquarters. I'll round up my people. This is a fantastic premise for a story here. It's not quite the same as the apocalyptic ends that constantly got threatened in the Namazu questline. That was its own thing, though. It's not even a high bar. It's just a very weird bar. This is awesome. I am pumped. So this is the headquarters. Was this always here? Or did this come in 6.1? I feel like I haven't seen this. I didn't see this when I was questing, but I might have missed it. I think it's more likely this was put in 6.1. Trna. Kukushu, glad you turned up. As you can see, this place ain't no Megaduda. But once we get the basics up and running, it'll start feeling like home in no time. We'll need a cart shed for starters, a place to store packages and whatnot. If I'm honest, boss, I'm not sure about all this, but if you say we should give it a shot, I guess I can try. Yeah, Trna seems to have their respect, and understandably so. Thanks, Maru. I'm counting on you, you know? All right, as of today, we're making our name as reliable delivery workers. We've just started up Futurama with elephants. We got a lot to learn. Don't go easy on us. Teach us everything you know. And we need a name for our new business. Something real trustworthy. Boss, we gotta fix this place up. We ain't got time to be worrying about names. What's wrong with our team name anyway? What's your team? Oh, right, you're like hippo riding team. Our team name? You're right. We don't need to be fancy. Just fast, reliable, and riding hippo carts. We don't need to... That's a philosophy to live by. You don't need to be fancy in this life. You just have to be fast, reliable, and riding your hippo carts. Hippo riders it is. Love it. Friggin' love it. Are we gonna get this, like, hippo rank 1 thing? Hippo riders rank 1 cutscene sort of thing? Excuse me. Led by their charismatic leader, Trna, the Hippo Riders have retired from racing and rebranded themselves as speedy delivery workers. However, they're still known on the island as local delinquents. Use your experience as an adventurer and trusted hero to help them better their reputation. So I'm going to be... I don't know if they'll ever go into this, but I'm find myself thinking about what the racing culture was like. Like, did they just grew up in town, but this group of, you know, the group of... Are you hearing this music? I am loving everything about this questline. I'm sorry, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Music just took me by surprise. The horns. I'm sorry, anyway. So I find myself wondering whether they were like, their families grew up out in Vanaspati and they just, you know, this is just their culture out there, or if they were just delinquents and maybe they're just looked down upon, like, I don't know, the way some cultures, especially, you know, some cultures, and some cultures especially that isolate themselves might be like feared as like the unknown. Maybe it's that sort of thing. Or I don't know if they're like they were just a group of like teens and a group of friends that like went and took their racing team to live like kind of just to live their own lives and they grew up in town. I don't know. Maybe we'll see, but maybe we won't. Tribal quest complete. The Hippo Riders tribal quests unlocked. Hello, chums. How's it rolling? What do you reckon we do with this, eh? I love that he said, hello, chums. Tonga. Ah, Maru's favor, yes. I see you've brought payment in full. He wanted these seen safely into the hands of a certain Lominsan visitor. I assume I can trust you with the rest. This is just like a delivery quest I'm doing. Deal by the docks. And it certainly sounds a little bit shady. What are we actually delivering? Mysterious dried goods, a pungent snack of an unidentifiable substance, the sale of which may or may not be prohibited by law. Oh, it sounds like we're just running pot, and I'm totally okay with that. Elephant pot. Lominsan visitor. Oh there, you wouldn't happen to be Master Maro's associate now, would you? Yeah, here, take my mysterious, illegal dried goods. Oh good, I've been eagerly awaiting your arrival, miss. Yours is my final trade, so it's back to the Diamond of Rotano I go. These, why they're... So they're trolling me. Gotcha. They're the finest dried ingredients this side of the bounty. Make for a glorious soup stock and fetch a glorious price at that. Okay, yep, so it's pure soup stock. So this was... I wasn't just being weird. Like, this was intended to make me think it was, like... that it was like some kind of elephant pot, right? Okay. Well played, game. So it's a few days later, and I've just gotten my Arkasodara rep a little bit higher. So we got to the next tier, so let's talk to Trna. A Pachyderm's Promptitude. Trina's eyes are sparkling with optimism, but the baleful look Maru shoots you from afar tells a different story. Kakushu, here to see how we're getting along, are you? Let me go and grab Maru. The dailies were pretty fun. Like, they're pretty sure they're just pretty standard. They're, you know, a lot of breaking in new Arkasodara delivery folks who are unaccustomed to customer service, to say the least. Or, you know, just like they don't know how to talk to people, and so it's, you know, helping them out with various logistical problems was all. Thanks for your help in Kanna's odd jobs. We've been keeping our carts rolling, staying out of trouble. Communicating with the locals still feels daunting at times, but Maru here's made us some gulal to break the ice. Gulal? I'm not sure what gulal is. I'm guessing it's an Indian food, but I'm not familiar with it. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. Gulal is this bright-colored powder used in some of Thavnair's religious traditions. There's no belief that you'll be blessed with good luck and spared from evil if a visitor sprinkles you with a healthy handful. Oh, never mind. I thought it was a food. It's not. It's enough to make even the most stubborn buggers happy to welcome us. Like a perfume? Sisters know it's been nothing but bad business for everyone lately. I reckon a little good luck would do us all good. That it would. Though our own luck might be better if my girl Saria didn't start galloping with glee when she gets so much as a glimpse of the stuff. Oh, is it like catnip for hippos? What a blessed phrase. I'm so happy I got to say that phrase. But all in all, we've been getting our name out there and learning the job. Might be slow going, but we're making good progress. But boss, is slow going really going to cut it? So long as I get to ride, I ain't got no problems, but... Our carts ain't exactly designed for hauling cargo. No one beats us for speed, but practically speaking, sooner or later, some silver-tongued dab hand's going to come along with carriages or boats, can carry loads and loads of packages. And then where will we be? Out of work, that's where. Yeah, I think it's fair to build up your infrastructure a bit more. Because right now they are kind of just like hippo rickshaws. They're like not... Yeah, they don't seem built for like heavy loads. Our carts might not be best at carriage and freight, but like you said, Maru, at speed we're unbeatable. If only there were some way to make the most of it. To offer a service that no one else could do better. Maybe your customers will have some ideas. Ask not and ye shall receive no answer? I guess that's kind of a folksy way of... Not really folksy, I don't know what that is. It almost sounds snarky, but I don't think it's that. But she's saying, Kakushu's saying, like, just talk to them, talk to other people, see what the demand is. True, we won't get anywhere marinating in our own juices. Let's ask around and see what speedy services folks might need. Is what I'd say if I knew the first thing about making small talk, which I don't. Help me out. You're getting better at it, though. You've been practicing. I've seen you through the daily quests. Let's start the great work. I got a delivery quest from an alchemist there, so me and Saria will head over first. I'll meet you at the Aetherite after I picked up the goods. Nod, nod. Oh yeah, she's pumped. Tribal quest accepted. I friggin' love these character designs. I really do. You wait by the Aetherite, but see no sign of Trna, who should have arrived before you. Has trouble befallen her? Search for wayward hippos. I am happy to search for wayward hippos. I mean, I hope nothing befell her, but, you know, I get to search for hippos. Injured alchemist. Saria's taking a nap. She's so tired. What a tired little potato. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Raging Vajra. Okay, we can do this. Yeah, no problem fending off the little enemy there. I wonder if they'll end up being like an EMT service almost, like a triage. Injured alchemist. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You really saved our skins, Kakushu. Me and Saria zipped over when we heard yelping, but it was everything I could do to just keep the beast at bay. And I don't know what would have become of me if you hadn't. Allow me to express my sincerest gratitude. He's taken aback and recovers nicely. Anyway, am I imagining things, or does it smell like fruit round here? If I was a Vajralangula, I'd come running too. You've a sharp nose, miss. Yes, I was in Liedlamad on an errand when a merchant bade me take this fruit, insisting it was delicious and perfectly ripe. How was I to know that every beast in Saltwind's welcome should agree with his claims wholeheartedly? I thought escaping that herd of drooling Gaja would be the worst of it, but my hopes were fruitless, as it were. Nice joke. So this is the answer. So they'll specialize in stuff that because I was just thinking, like, with the back in the earlier quest with the alchemists about getting like the dried powder, or the herbs there, like there's a big difference between fresh and dried herbs. These can be like a non-exploitative hippo-driven Amazon Prime. Well, next time you've got something to haul, call the Hippo Riders. Me and my associates do fast, safe deliveries by Hippo Cart. Yes, I've heard talk of Hippo Couriers of late. Never did I imagine one would come speeding to my rescue. I will absolutely call upon your services in the future. There you go. I'm going to load his fruit into the cart and see him into town. Still got to pick up the package, so come find me inside the Great Work. This time for sure. Yeah, she's pumped. Flustered alchemist. Ah, you're the couriers, aren't you? You're here, you're already here. You're with the students of Baldessian, aren't you? What business have you with our parcel? I am helping them. I don't know about any bald students or nothing, but Kakushu's helping out with our new delivery service. Really? Supporting small businesses? How grand! Can I have the goods now? Well, you're not quite ready. I overslept is the thing just a tiny bit. I understand completely. Me too. So I was rushing to get it all prepared, and that's why they made this minuscule error in the formula, and it exploded. Quite explosively. Exploded! That's my condolences. I'll just hang around here while you're getting it ready. No rush. Let's go and do the talking thing while we wait. See what our potential customers need most right now. Okay. Conversations, here we come. Okay. I hope, as long as I don't have to sell anyone anything, I think I'm okay. That was so stressful, the fishing conversations with what's-his-face. Lethargic alchemist. Do I need anything? Well, the Radiant Host used up its entire stock of medicinal supplies during the final days, so requests for replenishment keep pouring in without end. I remember the last time I sat down for dinner with my family. Wish I could help, but I don't know the first thing about medicine. Yeah, I guess my idea of Trna, Elephant EMT, which would be a great television show, I would watch that. I don't think it's working right now, though. Intense alchemist. Oh, I need something. Why, I'm glad you asked. I've depleted my stores of honey. I haven't a moment to spare for such trivial affairs as eating. But you know how elephants, Arkasodara, are big. They need to eat. I hope you find time to eat. But cognitive functioning dramatically decreases without regular sustenance. Oh, okay. So I came up with a brilliant scheme. Lake honey throughout the day for quick and easy nourishment. Now, there's none to be had as I've licked it all up. Does honey get... You know what? Yes, honey. I'm just going to headcanon that honey fulfills all of a pachyderm's necessary nutrients. We could start beekeeping, I guess. Honey hippos. Honey hippos does have a ring to it. Then again, I'm not sure how many people use a high-speed honey service. Yeah, that's these are some weird ideas, but you know what? Oh, right, you don't. Oh no, you do come back with me. These are some weird ideas, but you know what? This is the brainstorming phase. We're tossing out. We're just throwing it out and see if the cat licks it up. Wild-eyed alchemist. What's this? What's this? Do I need this or that? Do I need this, that, or the other? No. I'm flying free and feeling fine. I've finished all my assigned work, which means I have now 3 delicious days for my personal research. I'll eat and sleep when I'm dead, but until then, alchemy. Congrats. So that was not a helpful little session. Okay. I mean, maybe it was. It's nothing that comes to mind, but she might have better ideas. Flustered Alchemist, I am ever so sorry to have kept you waiting. It's all here, packed up safely and hardly singed at all. I would like you to take this to a colleague of mine at Polika's stand. He's an alchemist named Yezon. Well built for a bookish type. Handsome. You can't miss him. You want me to pass on, tell him you say hello? Oh, no, this is different. This is, no, yeah, with the baby. Him with the baby, yeah. Yes, I remember him now. Yeah, we spent a while hunting his baby. Not hunting his baby like... You know what I mean. Not like on a safari trying to rifle down his baby. Flustered Alchemist. Oh, you're acquainted, are you? What a small world indeed. He's still the same as ever, watching over his little one, and Polika's stand is like. He requested replenishments for medicinal supplies, so hopefully this should tide them over. I also threw in a handful of finished samples, and the whole explosion incident stays between us, yes? Now, if you'll excuse me, I should eat something before my hands start shaking again. Oh, but do give him my regards. This is I feel like there's a market in this town for a nutritionist, because everyone here seems to be super unhealthy. These alchemists don't seem to stop for nothing, even meals. Are we literally gonna make DoorDash? Ain't no denying their work's important, but it's a miracle they haven't all keeled over by now. What if the victuals came to the... You really are. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This package ain't gonna ride to Polika's stand on its lonesome. Introduce me to this Yezon when we get there, will you? I hope I get that. I don't think I will, but I really hope I get that gesture. They're like, rah. Yezon. Kakushu, what a pleasant surprise. I knew a shipment would be arriving soon, but I never expected you to be with it. Are you playing the part of Carter these days, then? Mm-hmm. Is that an elephant side-eye? No, it looked like she was side-eyeing him for a second, but I don't think she was. The alchemist who sent this said it's herbs for medicine, and something about finished samples, too. Is that so? I know how busy the work keeps them. It's very generous of them to send ready concoctions. I wanted to get straight to work for replenishing our medicinal store, so your prompt arrival is welcome indeed. And there's value to speed. Oh, if it's prompt you want, you ain't gotta look no further. The Hippo Riders will deliver anything to anywhere in a flash. Of course, we're always fine-tuning our carts and services so as to better serve the area. Seeing as you're the one looking out for folks over here, I want to pitch you an idea. My impression is that the folks over at the Great Works so busy they barely have time to eat. That can't be good for the alchemy, not to mention the alchemists, so I'm thinking we start delivering fresh food by Hunger Harry and Hippo. Hunger Harry and Hippo. Koji Fox and his team worked overtime. Only starting a service for just a handful of peaky alchemists ain't exactly gonna pay the rent. You think folks here could use some grub runners? I do believe so. It has long been tradition to send food to those working in the jungle, so I'm fairly certain you'll find our residents amenable to such a service. As these hot and humid climes tend to spoil foodstuffs easily, we like to deliver meals as soon as they are prepared. However, transporting victuals in the jungle, that's how you pronounce that word, right? Victuals? Or is it victuals? I think it's victuals, right? Can prove somewhat dangerous. You mean that the smell attracts all sorts of hungry critters, right? Precisely, and what with our fighting fit currently healing or engaged in other matters, we simply haven't the manpower to spend here on escorting meals. But our hippos are a different story. Yeah, hippos are like murder machines. They're like murder battle tanks. So no one will mess with them. The hippo cart, oh, and they're fast. Hippo cart can outrun most anything in this jungle, so ain't gotta worry on that front. Thanks for weighing in. I gotta consult with my associates, but something tells me you can look forward to fresh meals from now on. Call it a lunch hunch. I am a happy camper right now. These are so terrible. They're so ridiculous, and I love it. Alright, Kakushu. Let's head back to Sparna for a team meeting. It was just as you said, Kakushu. Asking around earned us some bright ideas. It did. Thinking something good, boss? Food, Morrow. Eats. We're going to deliver these meals with these wheels. Eats. Mouth-watering meals delivered wherever, whenever. Wish I could order something. Is this like a sponsored quest line? We got it cinched, boss. Ain't nothing that'll deliver faster or fresher than our carts. Hold your hippos, Morrow. We still got to sort something out. Where are we getting food in this place? Taking meals from Palakistan to the jungle is one thing, but we got to ride all the way to Yedlamad or Radzat Han for ready-mades. Good point. Popular dishes will be hard to keep in stock. What if we had a kitchen here? We could make our own meals. Yeah, it'd just be a full delivery restaurant. Yeah, fresh ingredients from merchants in Yedlamad. Daily catch from fishers in Akyali. Most importantly, we get an endless supply of food. Yeah, that's right. I might be a genius here, genius boss. Wait here. I'll have a kitchen going in no time. Arkasodara are so lovely. They are just lovely. Pachyderm's Promptitude. Beautiful. And is this what the next series of Daily Quest is going to be about? Like, just, probably it's going to be about, like, cooking and stuff. Getting ingredients and delivering them. Look at them! Look at their little elephant strings. They're Gaja. I guess those are Gaja. Thanks to Maru's enthusiasm, Sparna has a new kitchen. The Hippo Rider's reputation has risen to formerly delinquent carters. Make the most of their expanded services to help improve their social standing. They're doing great on their own. I'm happy to help them, but they are cooking. They are literally cooking. So I've maxed out Trusted Rep, and we're going to talk to Trna to continue on. Hippo Healing. Look at that big yawning hippo. Trina's boundless optimism is flagging slightly as her eyes dart anxiously among Sparna's shuffling hippos. Happy to see you, Kakushu. I've actually got something to tickle your thinker with. Hey, Mara, get over here. Yeah, Mara, get over here with your repeatable quests, your daily quests that I haven't picked up today. Starting with the good news. Looks like the hottest thing on Thavnair is Sparna's new Tandoor. Folks can't get enough of our homemade grub, and it sounds delicious. Being able to eat whenever we want's about the best idea I ever came up with. All you really need in life is a kitchen. I need to learn to cook, like ASAP. Which brings us to our recent pickle. All this new business we're getting is really wearing down our hippos. We can't afford to lay off the work, but my poor girl Saria's got bags under her eyes. Do the hippos have comfy beds? Do they need comfy beds? They do need, like, a swamp. And don't they, like, I don't know. I don't know where they sleep. I guess to assume they just sleep, like, in soft underwater mud or something. Calls for a dip in the spa. You know, I've never given creature comforts much thought before, but if it's for our hippos, maybe it's time to start. Boss. Who is this? Oh, if it ain't Gasa. What are you doing back so early? You're supposed to be out in delivery, ain't you? Oh, that's just it, boss. We got trouble. The order I was out delivering, it got snatched straight out of my arms. We got burglars. Anti-hippo burglars. We gotta kill them. Just when I enter the jungle, this bloke jumps at me like I'm serving 2 for 1 at his favorite Mayhane. I pull up so I don't ride straight into him, but he rushes me, grabs the food I'm holding, and takes off. How dare he, stealing my food and running around in flashy armor like he ain't got an answer to no flashy armor. A meal moocher wearing armor. Yeah, that's... I'm trying to think who this could be. I don't know. All right. Forget that, loon gossa. Remake the order and get it delivered on the double. Yeah, sometimes I'll have to ask DoorDash for a refund, but it's pretty rare. Kushu, you up for stretching your legs? Let's see if we can't find this son of a pajamga. Because I was thinking, like, is it going to be a matter of hunger, like someone's just starving? But if they have good armor, that seems less likely to be the case. She'll even let me. How am I going to convince her this time? Yeah, you can't work them too hard. Like I said, we got a thief to catch. Meet me over the Shroud of the Samga, and we'll see if he left any non-crumbs. Here you are, perfect timing. Me and Saria just made a sweep, but didn't see nothing out of the ordinary. Not surprising, of course. No thief I've ever met sticks around to face the music. I mean, if they're about to face an angry elephant and an angry hippo, I don't blame them. Those are two deadly creatures, seriously. Anyway, see if you can pick up anything we might have missed. Jungle's always moving, after all. Okay. As you survey the area for suspicious activity, you spot an armed Arkasodara. The hunter Sula. Oh, okay. I think she was from the... Was she from the Polika Stan quests? I think she might have been, but I have a very poor memory for side character names. For pretty much anyone's name, actually. Not just side characters, not even just main characters. Not even people in my own life. Bad memory. Hippo, little baby hippos. Hippo calves. I don't even know what sound they make. Look at their little wiggly ears. They're sleepy or they're talking. Two adorable hippo calves. You may smell more like Hippie than you think because they cling to you as a comrade. Kukushu is living the life. Without a herd to protect them, these two calves might easily fall prey to other wild beasts. It would be best to pause your search for now and accompany him to safety. I will protect you with my life. Look what I found. Wait, where'd you get those hippos? Don't tell me you're the type that can't help picking up strays like if they look at you all winsome-like. If they're hippos, that's correct. Nothing suspicious save these little pots, huh? Pots? That's what you call a little baby hippo? I love it. Strange there weren't other hippos, though. Is it someone who's poaching their... Here's my best guess. My best guess right now is that it's a competitor. That it's someone who wants them out of business because they were taking business that was like another chef or something like that. Me and Saria also made an odd find. A Radiant who'd gotten smacked around by a beast, but no sign of our thief. Anyway, I bundled him into a cart and sent Saria off to Polika Stand. Let's head over as well. Gaza should be there with his delivery now, and I want to get his account again. Bring those calves while you're at it. Too dangerous to leave him out here alone. You're not gonna... Okay. I will carry them. I will hug them the whole way there. Looks like that Radiant got back safe. One of their friends just thanked me. Yeah, it's good to see you two again. Greetings, Kukushu. Yazan tells me you've taken to the shipping trade. Yes. I liked her questline. You sure do know everybody, don't you? Apologies for the delay of your delivery. Some scoundrel ran off first with the first batch we sent. What's this island coming to that Arkasodara can't even trust each other not to act like two guild thieves? And that's not even getting into the bugger's poor taste in armor. So someone with flashy armor that isn't like local. Anyway, we're terribly sorry for having to have kept you waiting, miss. Think nothing of it. It was only the most minor of delays. I'm more worried about the scoundrel you mentioned. I've been patrolling this area for some time, and this is the first I've heard of an Arkasodara wearing armor. Oh no. A mother forfend. I don't know what she's thinking about. In any case, I'll be sure to keep my eyes extra sharp whilst patrolling. We can't have Matanga running wild and pilfering prawns now, can we? It's someone just like she's a friend of hers or something. Rakashir, you're making an odd squeaking noise, did you know? And your tika's getting cold. Oh, right you are, young Rakashir. Let us eat. As grandmother used to say, an empty stomach leads to forest fires. Or friendly fire. Don't mind me. Anyway, after we partake of these delicious meals, we'll scour the jungle for any nefarious suspects. I'll send word if we find anything. You 100% know who it is. I just don't know who you're thinking of. Yeah, the hippos are sus too. So you gonna introduce me, or should I skip straight to the cuddling? You should skip straight. Look at those little baked potatoes. They were alone. Usually calves this young are glued to their parents, but you're saying there were no other hippos around? I am. Is it someone trying to start a rival business? My deliveries are done, so why don't I go and have a look around the water and hold up north? See if my expert eye don't pick up something useful. Truth be told, these darlings probably smell too much like us to be going back to their herd now, so take them home so we can make sure they grow up right, will you, boss? Yeah, that's rough. They're just done from there. They're not able to be reunited with their family anymore. Gaza can be a hothead, but he's a real hippo whisperer. Ain't no one knows him better. I didn't know that was the case with hippo. I know it could be the case with birds and some other animals. I'll take the juniors back to Sparna. Stop by later when you get the chance. The calves are making themselves right at home. Nothing better than having a herd after all. You went out looking pretty, Maru. You went out looking for a bandit and brought back hippo calves instead. You're bad at finding things, Kokushu, but they sure are cute. Master returns. Find anything? I searched high and low, boss, but there's not a hippo to be had for gill or glory. Judging by their tracks, the herd must have up and left in a hurry. At least they're alive, so it sounds like they weren't just... You didn't find, like, hippo blood. So you think the calves got left behind in the scramble? I reckon nothing short of an outright blaze would be enough to separate cow from calf, but I ain't heard news of any fires recently. Something else must have done it, boss, or someone. I found tracks that look an awful lot like an Arkasodara's. A rival hippo... I think it's more likely a rival hippo rider than a hippo poacher. Or, I mean, it is a hippo poacher, but I don't think it's someone who's trying to kill the hippos for profit. I guess it's more like a hippo rustler. If it is, they're still short a hippo. Looked to me like the hippos cleared off before whoever it was got close enough to snatch one. Good. In any case, we got a no-good, grub-grabbing, hippo-harassing lowlife on our hands. We got to be extra careful till we catch this bandit. Maybe so, but us hippo riders are professionals now. We can't let nothing stop us from delivering. Son of a Bunjamga, the creature comforts. Oh yeah, you didn't get the spa ready. Boss, you feeling all right? I am, but our hippos ain't. This thief comes angling for our deliveries again. The hippos are too tired to haul themselves out of there. We're done for. I'm not feeling great about our odds, seeing as even Sarya was tipping me the cold shoulder earlier. I thought I'd have to pull her in the cart. Sarya deserves a ride. If it's our poor pot's need, then our first order of business is a proper sleep in the stable. Long overdue, if you ask me. For a new addition's a wading pool, safer if they can swim right at home. Yes. Guess we could fix up the old fishing pond and make a splash. Ain't deep enough for the bigger hippos, though. It's better than nothing. We can't keep them cooped up in Svarna all the time, anyway. No good for the hippo's soul. I love that Gaza is someone who's concerned about the hippo's soul. He is a sweet, sweet Arkasodara. May as well take them out for proper bathing excursions. Yes, they are the ones doing most of the legwork, but this ain't no small project, Gaza. You better be helping me build all this. Yeah, they're not going to shirk it. Look at them. Every time I see them, they're so cute. I just want to scritch their necks and give them a big old potato hug. Getting a good brush down. Look at how happy it is. Exhausted Arkasodara. It was well worth it. Oh, that's a mood. Thanks to Maru and Gaza's exhaustive efforts, Varna has a new stable and waiting pool. The Hippo Riders are now known as unique couriers, which is presumably an improvement. Make the most of their rested and refreshed hippos. All right. All right, we've just unlocked the next tier. Next tier quests. Defiant Ogul, Deified. Perhaps it's simply your imagination, but Svarna's working population feels notably bigger. The glint in Trina's eye suggests she'll be happy to explain. Okay. Working population being the hippos or just everyone? Nice to see you, Kakushu. You got a moment, I'll tell you the latest. Hello. Thanks to our cool and breezy stables, the hippos have been getting all sorts of luxurious shut-eye, and the little pots can be I love that they're called pots, like the little hippos. And the little... Is it supposed to be like the little pose? Like there's the T silent, like French? I don't know. I'm going to go with pots for now, but maybe it's pose. No, I'm going to go with pose. Actually, I think it's supposed to be pose, like a little pose. A little pose can't be tempted away from their splashing. All in all, our growing family is bursting with energy. Good thing, too, seeing as our services are in ever higher demand. Yeah, you guys are doing great. Folks have even started coming around, petitioning for employment, if you can believe it. So the workforce is the Arkasodara, I guess they'll accept non-Arkasodara, too. We've always liked keeping our business to ourselves, so the thought of welcoming strangers is dreadfully queer at first. But helping others is what riders do, so we got some new faces on the team. Besides, as swamped as in quests as we are, we'd be lost without the extra help. Help, I say. Who is this? Oh, good friggin' lord. Ogul has gone... Oh my god. Ogul, this is the end of your arc. You are I don't know if elephants are considered, if elephant wearers are considered furries, but like you got your full fursona and everything. I appreciate the enthusiastic chorus, Ogul, but what have you gone and done to your head? You full-on Dumbo cosplay. Lose a bet perchance? Ogul, you look fantastic. God, I don't want to do any of these because this feels rude. You look fantastic feels like it could be offensive to the hippos. Excuse me if we met. Let's go with this one. I'm going to go with this one. Excuse me if we met. That's the most neutral option. This is hardly the time for jesting. We're in crisis, I tell you. Crisis! There's Gajasora in the jungle. I can't take anything she says seriously now. Ever since you mentioned the thieving Matanga, I've had this terrible suspicion. I had to know for certain, so I cleverly camouflaged myself with this Gaja disguise and set out to investigate. At least you're doing it for a purpose. You're not just doing it to, like... I don't know, to try to blend in or anything like that. I mean, you are trying to blend in, but it's with a tactical purpose in mind. It's not like you're... I don't know how to say it. Like, you're not someone who's trying to, like, dress the part. I don't... What's a good way to put this? I don't know. Like someone who goes into a synagogue for the first time and tries to, like, staple those paises onto themselves and, like, I don't know. You're not trying to do that. That's a disguise? Ain't you sweating an awful lot? I would choose a pool of sweat over a pool of blood any day. Between... Just look at this. Between the Aura and the Gajasora, there can be naught but violence and requital. And there is no doubt what I witnessed. A Gajasora in the flesh. The image of it shall haunt my dreams. Those red eyes, that devilish armor, that cart drawn by a frothing hippo. What, a hippo cart? He declared his name in a ghastly voice, Akala. I became an edifice of fear. He asked if I was his Matanga brethren? Did he not recognize you? Is he... What's going on? Excuse me. In that moment, all I could envision was my own death and dismemberment by that beastly creature. Before I knew what had happened, I heard my own voice cry out. Not I! I am but a passing Manusia. You said you were a god. Did it work? Manusia do have bodies of men and heads of beasts, so if you squint really hard... never mind, ain't no way anyone would buy that. He asked if you were a Matanga. So he remotely thought there was a chance that you were the real thing, so I presume he bought this too. Actually, he was terribly polite about it, pressed his hands together and bowed deeply before leaving me. You're saying you let him go? Ain't no doubt he's the bandit we're looking for. You're a fighter, ain't you? I'm sorry. While I have come to cherish the Arkasodara as my friends and allies in costumes, Gajasora are another matter entirely. When I came to my senses, I searched the area around and found one of your associates injured and missing his cart. No doubt the same cart now in Akala's possession. Luckily, your man's injuries seemed manageable, so I saw him to Pollock's stand, where Yezon is treating him now. Is that so? Then I owe you my thanks. Sorry for losing my temper like that. Everyone's entitled to their weaknesses. Anyhow, even if he did give us leg bail, bless that phrase, I like that phrase, he can't have gone far. I say we track him down while the trail's hot and take back what's ours. Friggin' face. Then let us reconvene at the Shroud of the Samga. I shall take you to the very place. It's so ridiculous. Place I encountered him. I'm crying. Okay. Okay. Ogul. This is where I saw him. From here, he rode off on that stolen hippo cart, but I can't for the life of me remember which direction he went. This feels like a Hildebrand quest at this point. I was so paralyzed by fear that north could have been south and east-west. To let a phobia get the better of me like this. Can I really call myself an adventurer? There ain't no use crying over spilt chai. You were caught by surprise, end of story. We should stay grounded and focus on what we know. Grounded. Grounded, of course. That's it. What do you got? What is it, lassie? Grandmother would often say that the trail to prey begins at a hunter's feet. And look here, on the ground beneath our feet, wheel tracks, departing in a southwesterly fashion. What's to the southwest? Not the great work, is it? I say we divide our efforts to preclude any Gajasora trickery. I shall accompany Trna as her guard while Kakushu, you survey the area for hidden villainy. I'm counting on you. Yeah, I should probably face you. Oh, everything's to the southwest, and including the great work, but I don't think we're going that far. Tiny Gajasora, so no look at the first place, but this time we hit the jackpot. A tiny elephant-filled jackpot. You are, like, scrawny for Gajasora. What's going on? Are you naked too? Yeah, you got, like, you're just full-on bear wild elephant mode. That's... And yeah, you have red eyes. I just saw that at the end there. Do Gajasora... Because Gajasora are just the non-Matanga, right? They're the non... Gosh, I think... So it's Matanga is all of them. Arkasodara are the good ones. Or the ones that are friendly to us. Gajasora are the ones hostile to us. Kala. Yeah, I see your eyes. Your eyes are red. What about you? Your eyes are red too. Thankfully, the hippo's okay. It's still wiggling its little cute ears. Trna. Kukushu, I thought I heard you fighting. You okay? We finally found our man, and his eyes really are red. Kala. We're fighting? You hurt Battle Brothers. So there's supposed to be more, like, less, I don't know, less clothing wearing. Is that armor? Yeah, I think it's armor around your belly, at least. So, yeah, more primitive, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, less technologically advanced. Certainly different style of dress. Please let the hippo be okay. My Matanga tolerance won't be defeated by the likes of you. Yeah, hold strong, Ogul. Why no fire? Thavner full of fire, Akala. Akala here, good for conquest. Why no fire? Thavner full of fire. Akala here, good for conquest. Are you saying why aren't we, like, torching you? I ain't got the foggiest what delusions you're riding in on, but I'll tell you one thing. You're picking a fight with the wrong island. You best give back what you took and skip along home. No, not leave till conquest Thavner. Small Gajasora shame to tribe. No place for Akala and Battle Brothers. Join us! Travel far to prove strength. Protect brothers. Conquest Thavner. Home for brothers. We won't stand by and let you conquest Thavner. Let's try to de-escalate. Can't we settle this peacefully? You silence. Akala no fight today. Battle Brothers must eat medicine. I see your reasoning, but you ain't got no right to involve my hippo. Let him go now. Your food, good taste. Wagon, good ride. Good for Battle Brothers. Soon you're home. Conquest for Akala. Remember. So the eyes are just... It's just how their eyes are. Stop! No, don't let him take the hippo. Hey, get back here! Oh, what kind of person compliments your cooking before riding off with hostages? This is a pretty good combo. He's gone. If Hippo's carts weren't so fast, we could have given chase. Yeah, you're still working through your fears. He said something about being small, but he didn't seem much different than us Arkasodara. Are other Gajasora seriously massive or something? Oh, about twice as big as your average Arkasodara. It's even said that their leader, the Grand Regent, is indeed so grand that to gaze upon their full stature is to break your neck looking upwards. That sounds hyperbolic, but I'm okay with it. In comparison, Akala seemed quite modestly sized. Were his compatriots similar? Yeah, I mean, maybe he's just like a... You know, he's a Lalafell in the land of Rogaden. I see. Only slightly bigger, then. And still, they must be considered quite small by their other brethren. He said they had no place to go. Can't say I don't know how that feels. But can you forgive what he's done? And he didn't seem very open to negotiations. It's not about forgiveness at this point. It's more about, like, getting the hippo back. It's one of those, especially once a hippo's life is involved, it's one of those cool motive, still murder things. Cool motive, still putting a hidden hippo in danger. I know, but keeping his brother safe came before anything, didn't it? Hard to damn him for that. And I don't think he's gonna, like, hurt the... Well, I guess I don't know how the Gajasora treat their hippos or animals. Getting pushed out of society just for being who you really are can work you woe. Makes you wonder if you were ever worth anything to begin with. No wonder he's itching to prove himself. On the Azim steppe, the very notion that Gajasora could be capable of such nuanced emotions is, pardon me for saying so, preposterous. However, judging a book by its cover does nothing but feed fear and misunderstanding. There is something this is something I certainly learned thanks to my experiences in Thavner. Gone to judge others by their actions. Of course, so far, Akala's mostly injured my associate, stolen my property, and kidnapped by a hippo, but still, it's not just their actions, though. You can judge them by their words and actions. I think actions matter more, but words can give context to those actions that you otherwise would lack. Back in Von Spotty, we lived in a small village, pretty cut off from the rest of the island. People had their opinions of you, and it was no easy thing to change in anyone's mind. I remember butting heads with the other villagers to again over how they treated us. Even made plans to leave town without a hippo to my name. That's a tragic story. No one should ever have to leave town without a hippo to their name. So I think I might know how Akala's feeling, if only a little. Now let us brace ourselves with some adventuring fundamentals. Review of the information at hand. Okay, the bandit responsible for the assault of a hippo rider, the theft of personal property, and kidnapping of an innocent hippo is a Gashasora named Akala. According to him, he and his compatriots are here to conquer Thavnair so as to prove themselves to their fellows and secure a home of their own. Gotcha. Thavnair's big, though. Akala also seems to have taken a fancy to our carts and your food, which means he's got a good taste, but it also means that Svarn is high on his list to conquer. If I rallied my people and had you two back there to back us up, we could probably put down Akala and his crew full stop, but I'd rather not come to blows, especially when you relate to what he's going through so hard. I'm not going soft or nothing, but causing a hurly-burly don't exactly right any wrongs. I want to talk to the others, see if we can't figure out a way to do this civilly. Settling matters peacefully should also put you on the right side of the radiant host. I shall be sure to relay your plight to them in a most sympathetic fashion. Now, I shall away to Palika's stand. I like that. I like away as a verb. We should use that more often. I shall away to Palika's stand to check in on your ailing associate. Once he feels well enough to travel, I will send him along. Kakushu, I'd like your input on our strategy. I'll head back to Svarna first to round up the others. Nod, nod. Now about that bandit. Spreading the news to the fellows. To the gentle fence. Not only does he biff an innocent courier. Biff? I've never heard that word. I mean, I know the antagonist from Back to the Future. I don't know what biff as a verb is, but I mean, it's onomatopoetic. I can guess. Not only does he biff an innocent courier, he vanishes with our hippo? And I'm through turning that scamp into paste. I wish he were turmeric. Normally, I'd hand you the pestle with pleasure, Gasa. Is it pestle or pestle? Pestle, right? Is the T silent? But things ain't so simple. After all, in another lifetime, us and Akala might have been brothers. I agree with the boss. Don't feel right pushing around someone who's been through the same thing we have. Still, knowing that bastard swindled his way into our sweet hippo's heart is bringing me to tears faster than Maru and his damned onions. Since when do our hippos trust the likes of Gashasora anyway? That's actually a good point. The hippo really didn't seem like it was in a bad spot. It was wiggling its ears. It was chilling out. I don't want to Google what a hippo in distress sounds like, but I feel like I'd know it if I heard it. Yeah, hippos are probably pretty good judges of character. Well, with so many jobs taken on us hither and yon, our hippos have gotten used to all sorts of different folks. Even Akala is just one in the crowd. Makes you think. He can learn to ride a cart. Anyone can. I mean, that has to be the end game we're heading to, right? Where the Gashasora will join the team and work for us, or work with us. Anyone and everyone, I should say. And why not? Unless this is, I think that's the end game. But for right now, they're gonna take a baby step toward that by just accepting people outside their group. We gather people here like you and Ogul, adventurers. And when the job comes in, we send them out on their own hippo carts. Having a crew with strong arms hanging around the place gives us the advantage, just in case Akala ever decides to pay us a visit. But they don't all have to be brawlers neither. Say we got some alchemists. We could send them anywhere on the island to take care of injuries. The right deed for any need, sort of a thing. This is how Amazon got started, right? Like, oh, we'll just sell books. We'll send our hippos out to sell books across the world, or America at first, and then the world. I don't know if it started globally, but and then later it's like, well, our hippos don't need to just sell books. They can also sell. I don't know. What I'm saying is Trna is the Jeff Bezos of Final Fantasy XIV, but less evil. Bezos is Amazon, right? I think so. I could be wrong. Opening an Adventurers Guild, are we? There'll be refreshments, interest. Yeah, this is basically, you're going full-on Adventurers Guild, following in the steps of the Vath or the Nath? The Ant People from Heavensward. Why not? Stop by, have a drink, hear what work's available. Think I'm onto something here if I do say so myself. Yeah, worked out for them very well. If I can get a Link Pro connection going with Kankana, that'd be even better. We could give each other moment-to-moment updates. Maru, we got a kitchen, so how hard could a Mayhane be? Get me a Mayhane, Maru. Mayhane, you got it, boss. I'll get a Mayhane running in the twinkling of a hippo's eye. Hello, pigeon. Lovely. Nice job. Nice job, friends. Just a sec, he's giving me the stare down. Looks great. Thanks to the efforts of Maru and the others, Sparna has a new Mayhane. Yeah, this looks fantastic. Nice job. The Hippo Riders are now trustworthy couriers of some repute. Connect with contacts across Thavnera to reach exciting new heights of business. We've maxed out Honored with the Arkasodara, and we're ready to... I never even noticed that. Their logo is a little elephant with a jewel in its head or something. Yeah, so we're ready to start the quest to go up to Honored. Leader to leader. Trina's shoulders are thrown back and her stance is braced. Her normally jovial gaze looks steeled for trouble. Yeah, you got your enemies with you. Kushum, am I glad to see you. Haven't made much headway on our Gajasura problem, but let me tell you about the rest of it. By the way, these are, by the nature of repping up quests, of these rep-up daily quests, and the fact that I don't do these every day, it's always a few weeks between when I actually play this, even though they'll be in the same video. So if my terrible accent gets terrible in a different way than it was before, that's why. Yeah, let me tell you about the rest of it. Like I said, no tearful reconciliation or nothing, but having folks at the Mayhane's been giving us peace of mind. Between our little outfit and Kankana's contacts, we got every sort of adventure you could ever need. Ogul's been stomping by when she can, too. She's gotten mighty good at riding. I think she's got the instincts of a racer. Once Ogul finds her groove, she's unstoppable. I believe that. I'm going to be supportive. There's no doubt she's been setting a great example for our recruits. So much so that even the Radiant Host's been asking us for guards and lookouts for to patrol the roads. You are moving up in the world. Works out in our favor, seeing as we'll be the first to know if Akala ever decides to... Boss! Right on cue. We just got a word. A whole mob of Gajasura are closing in on us. And I don't think it's because they got wind of our deal on Lassies or nothing, neither. Wouldn't it be great if that was why, if they just wanted some mango lassi? I only hear there's probably other flavors than mango. Mango's the only one I know of, or that I've tasted. We'll be here any moment, boss. What do we do? Gasa, go and find Ogul at Palikistan and have her report here. Then I want you to make the rounds and tell folks in the area to be on alert. I've got a hunch Akala's only after us, but just to be safe. Rumble, rumble. Maru, I want you to keep up your maintenance on the carts. No need to panic, but if matters should run awry, I want everyone ready to leave, understand? Smart. Because if they go all Maraudy, then you don't want to lose everything you don't want to lose what you can avoid losing, because some things are just static constructions that you can fight them off, but you can't move them. But some stuff is not. I'm going to relay the situation to our friends at the Mayhane. As for you, Kakushu, I'd like you to go and graciously welcome our Gashasura guests. Any fights picked with you, you got my permission to finish, but I don't want no blood on your hands. Don't mean to make things complicated, but that's how it's got to be. No worries. We'll take the good option and the dialogue wheel. I owe you one. Report back when you got a handle on things, yeah? Yeah. So we'll punch them in their big ol' elephanty noses, but that's about it. Alright, so there's 3 packs I see. Survey your surroundings, defeat any enemies that might appear. Suspicious disturbance. Oh, you know what? Almost forgot my carbuncle. I've never played alts before Final Fantasy XIV, and so it's still a new concept to me. Tiny Gashasura, right, because they're all small compared to the others that we've seen. All good. No worries at all. Ogul. Gasa apprised me of the situation. I came as quickly as I could. I love the route you've taken. I'm continually impressed by this, like where Ogul's character has come. I'm glad I made it in time, but to think a whole horde of bloodthirsty Gashasura may not be far behind. Yeah, you are brave because you came as quickly as you look awesome. As quickly as you could anyway. Akala. Your home conquest for Akala. Is it really, though? Because you're on this side, and the people I fought up for on this side, so you actually may not know that I whooped their behinds already. Welcome back. As you can see, we're at a bit of a deadlock with our favorite hippo enthusiast here. This is hardly the time to be glib, Trna, but rest assured I am prepared to do all that is necessary in self-defense, even should that be a swift and decisive offense. Yep, the best defense is a good offense. I'm angry, Ogul. When I think about what Akala's stolen and who he's hurt, I start boiling like an afternoon cat yelling at me. But skewering him ain't gonna solve the bigger issue. I say we talk first. See if we ain't so different after all. You too weak for Akala. Leave Hippos, go. No, we're not leaving the Hippos. You want us to leave, Sparna? That ain't an option, and you know that. But if you got such a hankering for our hippo carts, there is another way. You could always join us. I don't think he's gonna be super willing at first glance, maybe. Me and my associates, me and my people, we built this place to welcome us when nowhere else would. So there ain't no version of this where we simply up and leave because you demand it. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? You know what it's like to have no place to welcome you. To need to take care of your people no matter what. That's why I don't want to fight you. Your people no place for home, but you protect people. You. Same as Akala. Yeah, it really, I mean, she did a great job, like, diplomatically drawing on that. Not just drawing on the difference, like, tactically, but seeing the difference. Seeing the similarity, I mean. But Akala hit your people. Tell truth, you forgive no Akala. No, I forgive yes, Akala. Like I said, I'm angry. No one messes with my family and gets away with it. That's why I want to settle things with you. Leader to leader. Fair and square. Akala hits stronger than weak you. Akala win. Sure keen on violence, ain't you? When I say settle things, I'm not talking about a fight. I'm talking about a race on hippo carts. Oh, shit. Okay. Look at that wiggly-eared beauty potato. If I lose, I swear in my honor as a racer that I'll agree to your terms. But if I win, you repent for what you've done, and you join us, peaceably. Deal? You fool. Ogul win race. Tick hippos. Take wagons. You can try. We'll start the race from the harbor town right there and ride the high road all the way up past the quarry further on. Agree. Ogul away to town, but Ogul wait not long. At least the hippo seems content. Again, Ogul is treating the hippo pretty well, it seems. So I think we can trust them that if they join up, they won't be, like, abusing the hippos or anything. Which would be a deal breaker. Well, it was more reasonable than I expected, but lest he decide to perpetrate any knavery, good word, I shall keep a sharp eye over him. Am I going to do the racing? I kind of hope not. I am bad at races. I ain't going to go back on what I said, but I really shouldn't have called Ogul out like that. It's a lot to put on a race, but I guess Ogul wasn't going to bend on this. So it was really either this or combat. And if you're going to lose, you'd want to lose like this without bloodshed. On the other hand, I mean, this is the kind of... Do you go to... Would it be better for her to win by combat and have a bunch of dead... a bunch of dead on her side, more dead on their side, and keep the place? Or would it be better from her perspective to lose in the race, lose control of all this, but everyone kind of lives? I think probably the latter, she would say. Not because I think I'll lose, not in your life, but we had to crawl our way up from being nothing but reckless misfits. Now that we made something of ourselves, I'm going to ride the high road and blow whatever respect we earn to the wind. What's done is done, I guess. Now we just got to focus on keeping things fair. Don't want Ogul working a traverse around us. Not when everyone's futures are at stake. Damn it all, how are we going to make this work? What if the race were a sanctioned event? I don't think they're going to really care about like a sanctioning body. Invite a crowd to watch. Ogul is not likely to work anything then. Yeah, I think reputation would matter a little bit to Ogul, so this might actually work. That's genius, Kakushu. An official hippo race between the Arkasodara and Gashasora? That'd be, well, legendary. We do that. Not only do we stay legitimate, but we be hosting an event that everyone can enjoy, like a festival. I know I said our racing days were over, but this is gonna be one for the Chronicles, Kakushu. I'll show you a race you ain't never gonna forget. I know I'm ad-libbing. Alright, I'll have Ogul smooth things over with the Radiant host while my associates spread the word about our upcoming scurry. Come and meet me at Yedlamad. Can't keep Ogul waiting too long. We got this. Well, you got this, frankly. Ogul, you're not ready. Ogul ready. Ogul no patience. Keep your armor on. We gotta wait for our audience to show up. Don't want to start without our kinfolk cheering us on now, do we? That's gotta be a little bit of a sting to Ogul, whose kinfolk did not cheer them on. Kins. Race, battle, not show off. No kins. Come on, Ogul. Our kins are gonna make sure both sides play fair. Besides, if you win, they'll officially be your kins, right? Fine, Ogul accept kins. Speaking of which, I got a proposition for you. Marriage. Now, seeing as this race is going to determine the future of both our peoples, I'd like to declare it a cooperative effort. Only the two of us will be riding this track, of course, but my team's going to be backing me up from the sidelines. You're welcome to do the same if you'd like. What do you mean, how are we going to back you up? How does that work for a race? Battle. Ogul win alone. Ogul strong. Is that so? Alright then. Kakushu, let's talk. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit disappointing to Trna, who's really hoping that win or lose, that Ogul will be kind of a kindred spirit in the end. I think it all goes without saying this race ain't just about the Hippo riders. The whole island and all the people on it are counting on us to win this. So here's my plan. I'm going to give you a link pearl, like the ones me and my associates use. That way we can be in contact during the race. I'll have Maru and Gaza standing by at key points along the track so that they can give you updates on our progress. I want you to use that information to advise me during the race. Sound okay? Interesting. So it'll be like, do I go left or right? And I'll be like, straight. I don't know. Do your best. I don't know how I'll be able to help. Not to lay on the pressure or nothing, but I'll take full responsibility for how I ride. But just in case I lose my head, I want you to keep me focused. I think I already lost my head somewhere, but I'll do my best. Chief Strategist reporting for duty. We are pumped. We're ready to go. Thanks, pal. I'm counting on you. All that's left is getting sorry you're ready to run. Ain't nothing stopping us. She likes those bright colors. What do you reckon the chances are of a rainbow conveniently popping out of nowhere, eh? If only. So the rain is like in... I wonder, the rain must be something specifically for this... Okay, goodbye, cat. The rain must be specifically for this, rather than something for... rather than just a coincidence of what the weather is like in the game. It must be specifically for this quest. I made it, boss. Maru, what are you doing here? Sweating like Ogul in that Gaja head. What happened if... I forgot about the Gaja head. Again, that was a few weeks ago. What's happened? What's the matter? Nothing, boss. I brought you something for the race. Sorry, it goes wild for bright colors, right? So I used some of our leftover gulal to make a rainbow. Just throw this and she'll perk right up for sure. If this ain't a sign from the divinities, I don't know what is. Mara, you humps ahead, you really came through. We're gonna win this thanks to you. I'll save this for just the right moment. Can't hit the ground running too hard after all. So maybe it'll be up to me when to do that. Keep that in mind when you're coaching me. Pacing's important for a race this long. Go on ahead over to the goal post over by the Giant Skull grounds. See you when I bring home a victory. This is literally if you're not first, you're last in this case. Maru, I want you watching the high road around the great work. I'll fill you in on the details by Link Pearl. Do male and female elephants have similar tusk lengths? I don't know why I'm wondering that. Yeah, this is a whole to-do. Teacher, we're already over here. Nice fade. Or I don't know what that was, that cut. That like slash fade or whatever it was. Seems the preparations at the goalpost are complete. Racers, are you ready? Citizens of Thavnair, I welcome you to the very first Honish Hippo Hustle. I am so proud of whoever came up with that. Both in-game, whichever character came up with that name, and whichever game designer or writer came up with that name. Representing the Arkasodara and our very own Hippo riders, Trna. And representing the Gajasaur, the mighty Akala. Racers, take your mark. They're so pretty. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Get set. Go. Akala win. Run. Run. Conquest for Akala. You can do it. I don't remember the hippo's name. But I believe in her. Oh, I never seen an angry or like a concerned, or not a concern, but like a determined or fierce look on a Arkasodara before just then. The Gajasora bastard pushing our precious hippo that hard. I'm so mad I'm sweating blood. That's why he's mad. Not even about the prospect of losing. The boss is eating dust, but the road's not looking too good up ahead. What's your call? Don't lose to the bastard full... Save your strength, the road's looking rocky. Yeah, no, they told us to pace ourselves, so especially at the beginning here, this is when I'm going to pace myself. Right, we'll hold fast. Okay. The hippo's breathing heavy. Especially if the hippo starts to flag, I think that's when we'll turn on the jets. And I think next time we have to turn on the jets, like at the next choice. So all the downside of my cat sitting on my lap is that after he gets up, my nose gets itchy because all the hair flies up in there. They're passing by the great work, and it looks like Akala's hippo might be reaching its limit. Not surprising, seeing how hard he's pushing it. Chances are good Akala's not going to take much more of a lead, but it's your call. Hold steady till the final spurt, I think. Especially since... Yeah, because... Yeah. Loud and clear. We'll bide our time for a grand finish. I kind of doubt there's a way to lose, unless... I guess that's a non-rhetorical question. If you were to push the hippo hard at the very first... Don't smack the hippo's butt. If you were to push the hippo hard at the very first choice, would you still win? Probably. Two hippocarts are hurtling towards the goal at breakneck speed. Give your final piece of advice to Trna for the win. Unleash the rainbow. Boss, give it everything you got. No, we got to unleash the rainbow. Yeah! Been waiting for this. Get ready to see lightning. I'm so sorry for this accent. I'm committed at this point. Saria, let's go! Oh my god! Glowing-eyed Saria has evolved into her final form. She is, oh my god, she is full-on, I don't know the Dragon Ball thing, but she's a super hippo. Look at that Super Saiyan ears. Those wiggly little ears that have eyes of victory. Akala's... Who won? Who was it? Is Akala gonna... Akala win? Is Akala gonna trust one of us saying we won? We should have had... By a hippo's nose, the victor of the Hanish Hippo Hustle is Trna. Like, I saw it, but... No, Akala seems to be accepting it, at least. I was worried that he wouldn't. Akala lose. Why? You trick Akala? Nah, you just didn't... You weren't in tune with your hippo's sensibilities. Nah, we didn't trick you. We just know our hippos, that's all. What they like, how much they can take. Hippos are living, breathing creatures, same as us. Having to run that hard for that long? All while pulling a heavy bloke like you? I assume you're about the same size, though. No mystery why your hippo melted its grease. I mean, yeah, you are the same size. It's just you're saying you're both heavy blokes, and so... yeah, you just didn't pace it as well as we did. Hippo's slow because grease melt. Akala, understand. Do you? I guess. And I did say that your people could support you during the race, but you insisted on riding alone. They're your battle brothers, ain't they? I bet they would have loved to help. I might be in charge, but if I gotta rely on others to protect my people, I'm not hesitating. You can only do so much by yourself. By yourself. Yeah, he didn't... I mean, he was forced out by himself, and he tried to turn it into his strength, I guess. Of course, trusting folks enough to do that didn't exactly come natural to me, neither. Me and my people, we used to be nothing but a bunch of misfits. We didn't really belong nowhere, and no one really wanted us around in the first place. People like us ain't got a lot of options. You either scrape by and you're on the outskirts so that you ain't a bother, or leave for someplace new and hope you can prove yourself somehow. That gets me. Not like that, not like I hate that. I mean, like, that touches me. That hits close to home. But it ain't gotta be like that. You can be you and still build trust and contribute something positive, however small. Misfit or no, at some point you realize that none of us are really so different. So I believe in you, Akala. I think if no good racers like us can turn things around, you and your people can too. You ain't gotta conquer nothing to protect your brothers now. A deal's a deal, right? Join us. Become a hippo rider and see where the cart takes you. Akala, your words understand. Akala, you... not different, but... Akala Gajasura, this bad. Our tribes may have their differences, but as for you and me, that's just a race and rivalry now. And everyone watching saw how hard you were trying for your people. Might take some time, but I think you'll find a place here. So what do you say? Come back with us to Sparna? Akala accept. Alright. Nice diplomacy there. Just all around, great leadership there. Good job. Trna is really a top-notch leader, I think. Up there with the best that we have to offer in the Alliance. Thanks for the stellar advice. Couldn't have done it without you. No way I was losing, but I'm glad this didn't end with Akala's people being chased off the island. Got a little tense when a bunch of Gajasura came walking in, all badass. Bold as brass, but I just kind of substituted there. But I explained the situation and everyone's being good-hearted about it. Like I said, none of us are so different. Enough about that. People love the race! When was the last time I rode like that? Wind against my face, crowds cheering me on. Now that I think about it, it might have been a first. Next time the Hana Hippo Hustle rolls around, we should start from Sparna, or finish it, or both. Think of the traffic we get at the Mayhane. Yeah, that's a wasted marketing opportunity. Who knew thinking up new ways to excite other folks would be so... well, exciting! All of this is thanks to you, Kakushu. I cannot thank you enough. Alright, let's get to it. Our brand new racing gate ain't gonna build itself after all. Hell yeah. And I think, is there 1 or 2 more tiers after this? I know there's their tier they usually have when you've completed all the tribal quests. And now the next one's out now, as I talk. The Omicron, I think it is. And so I'll get started on that soon, too. And presumably there's a third, but I don't know what it is. Commemoration of the historic race between the representatives of the Arkasodara and Gajasura peoples, and the peace thereby achieved, a gate has been erected in Sparna. The Hippo Riders' reputation has soared to legendary heights. Backed by their diligence and hard-earned skills, Trna and her associates will continue to spread joy throughout all of Thavnair. Long may it be so. We're up to Sworn now. So, I thought there would be another quest, but as I checked the wiki just to see, because usually it'll say, like, when you do X quest, you know, the next quest is this, the next quest is this, but there was no next quest after that, so that might be the end of it for now. Yeah, I guess I guess it makes sense. The quest to get to Bloodsworn would only, to get to rank 8 would only come, because that was the last rank in most of the, yeah. So the quest to reach that would probably come after you after like you get all of the tribal quests from this expansion up there, and then there's like the final wrap-up one, usually at least. So can I... What do you have to say, Akala? Work difficult sometimes, but here hippo carts and good taste food. Battle Brothers no more hungry, so Akala try work. For Battle Brothers, Akala try hard. I'm glad. I'm glad. You seem like a pretty good dude. Can I get new stuff? Arkasodara Pana Exchange. Can I get the mount? I can get the mount. Hippo card horn. Oh my god, I have a new mount, absolutely. Gajasora card. We got a stuffed Sandaruva, Mindaruva, Cindaruva. Do I already have the Arkasodara minion? I don't. This Matunga tribe was driven from its indigenous home of Thavnair when it refused to accept the peace made between the Arkasodara and the newly immigrated Aura. Right, okay. Or this is the Gajasora specifically. Okay. Said to spread discord wherever they go, but we know better. Well, yeah, no, we know better now. The Gajasora finally resettled on the Azim Steppe, where their loathing for the Aura festers to this day. Not a bad card. Not a bad 2-star card. We got the Wind-Up Arkasodara. Comes with Modesty covered, so this is an Arkasodara, not a Gajasora, without the Modesty. The Hippo Riders turned to the great work to create these mammoths as gifts for their patrons. Garbed in a traditional Thavnarian outfit, it boasts appeal as a local souvenir, and the redoubtable merchants of Yedlamad are eyeing ways to profit from them. Good. They should be. I mean, they've had a tough time in the wake of everything. Never have I felt so invigorated to have such a mighty Arkasodara fighting by my side, Ogul. Spokesperson for the Arkasodara. Not spokesperson, but someone who speaks up about them notably. Let's see what you do, you beauty. Look at that little wiggle, the little shake. Yeah, it's just standing there shaking. Is this the greatest title they've come up with, Hippo Hero? I think it might be the greatest title in the video game. And we got the mount too. When blown this... Oh, I forgot to look at it. When blown, this horn produces a rumbling sound that calls a hippo to your side. Excuse me, cart and all. Hippo cart. Drawing upon the design of chocobo carriages, a collective of Arkasodara youths invented this 2-wheeled hippo-drawn cart. The sunshade cloth incorporates techniques used in crafting Corvosi flying carpets. That's Graha's homeland, right? And grants cart and hippo both the ability to soar. What is the color thing there? Can we pick the color? Blue Gujal. Oh, no, that's the we can do this as like an action. Have they always shown when you can do an action like this? Like on the tank, presumably you do show it too. Yeah, they do show it now. I don't know that... Is that new? Or I've probably just never noticed it before. So Rainbow Galal, channel the enlightened spirit of a hurtling hippo by unleashing a dazzling display of multicolored brilliance. I wonder, do the eyes glow with this? Probably not. No glowing eyes. Look at this mount. This is... Oh god, it's going to be tough to rip this mount from me, from my hotbar. It's going to be so tough to rip this mount from my hotbar. Look at this beautiful ear wiggling. Oh my god, I love the potato. I love it. Red, prayer for health. Yellow for plenty. And prayer for tranquility by sweeping forth an open palm cerebral powder. This was great. That's going to be it for, I think, for this quest line for now. And I'll see you down the line probably with the other quest lines and just other stuff going on. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think, especially of this new format of trying to condense all the things in this one storyline into one video. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.